Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
We have officially made it to the Friday of Labor Day weekend. So congratulations, and have a fun yet safe next several of days. A lot to get into today on the program. I'm not sure if Patrick Young will join us. I'm not sure on his schedule today and the holiday weekend with Patrick. Same with Brent Beard. I think he's got some stuff going on. I'm not positive Brent's going to be able to squeeze us in, which we do a lot of times on Friday. But nonetheless, we have a lot to get to. A little bit of Jaguar news. With regard to the practice squad. Austin Trammell now is back on, I think, as we welcome Casey Kurtz. I think Trammell is back on the practice squad, and Dorian Singer has been told he's got to leave the practice squad.
Correct.
So, you talk about cruel and unusual punishment a little bit. These guys, man, I think I've got this right as well. Trammell did he make the 53 and then get cut a day or so ago?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So yay, I made the 53. Trammell, we had to release you. We had to waive you. Boo. Trammell, you're back on the practice squad, right? I mean, that's rough.
And yeah,
that's rough.
It's a business, though.
Yeah, it really is, and it happens every year, and that's kind of the way it is. But yeah, a couple minor moves for the Jaguars. One on and one off of the practice squad. Trammell on, Singer off, and off we go. Speaking of, man, we are less than a week away from the NFL, right? NFL will start a week ago yesterday.
Correct.
Yesterday marked the week. So we're inside a week of NFL real game action. Now, Casey, I think we were just about going off the air when the Micah Parsons stuff broke yesterday. Man, big time in their prime professional athletes don't get traded that often. Kind of fun when it happens, though, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, it's different, and it keeps happening in our world because it just happened to Luka Doncic.
With Doncic.
Micah Parsons.
And Parsons. And, yesterday morning was the first time I saw it. But, mid-morning yesterday, I remember starting to see some things. Dallas considering letting Parsons find a deal or shopping a deal or however they said that. And I thought, okay, maybe this is the last thing that'll kind of nudge everybody over the edge and get him signed in Dallas. But no. The court of public opinion seems to say that a dumb move by Dallas.
Yeah, pretty much.
Such a good pass rusher. And I guess you also have to kind of hold a little bit and see what happens. They did get 2 first-round picks.
They did.
And, that's 2 first-round picks. I wonder what they do. Will the Cowboys – so the Cowboys get 2. Do we know their existing pick in the first round, the Cowboys? Do they have one? Not counting the trade picks.
Like, do they have their own pick right now?
Yeah.
They should, yes.
Yeah, they're not like the Jaguars and probably traded it away or anything. So
unless they gave it up for Pickens, but I don't think
so. So if we're right on that, am I right on this? The Cowboys are sitting on 3 first, and I mean, they're down the road. What are the ones they just got from Green Bay? Do we know the dates? I don't remember.
Next and then 2 years away.
Okay, so they could, package something, couldn't they? Package a couple of those?
Sure, yeah, they could, but I mean,
yeah, if
they would get crucified for that.
Yeah,
because you're not going to get a better football player than the one you traded away.
You would think. Do you think Jerry Jones just said the hell with it, or did he and his people really think that this thing could linger into the season, and they every week it goes by doesn't play, they got nothing for him?
I mean, there's that. Yeah, I think there's a concern there because again, like one of the words he used in those statements were pretty straightforward that he was not going to play for the Cowboys. So I get it. And also,
Yeah.
and nobody wants to admit this part because everybody
Yeah.
seems to be mad about the Cowboys doing this. And I get it's your best player, but at times you need to rebuild. And I understand you're paying CeeDee Lamb. I understand you're paying Dak Prescott. Those are bad decisions. But
point.
if another team did this, they wouldn't be crucified as much. But apparently Dallas isn't allowed to rebuild. So we'll see. Now, granted, those picks may not be – they'll be valuable, but – I mean, Green Bay realistically is a deep playoff team. Those might be picks 30 and 32. Who knows?
Yeah, you got to weigh that. I'll tell you, man. When I saw Jerry Jones yesterday evening, and even a little bit today on TV, discussing this, man, I'm telling you, and this is kind of apropos because it's kind of Lee Corso weekend now. But man, the more and more I hear Jerry Jones and see and watch him on TV, man, I hold my breath for him. He got crazy talk going some.
Yes.
I don't think I don't think he knows what's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, it's questionable. It really is. I would like to know more about how the trade, who actually negotiated it. Because by looking at Jerry Jones, he does not seem like the one who negotiated that trade.
Yeah.
It's just my guess.
Yeah. So, wow. And one of the other side stories today on a lot of your national stuff, local stuff, man, pro sports fans in the state of Texas. You mentioned
rough go,
Yeah, Luka, and then Parsons. I mean, these guys are in their prime. I mean,
best at probably their positions in both sports, right?
In their prime. So, NFL less than a week away. Jaguars a couple of minor moves. It's finally Friday. It's the holiday weekend Friday. We've got some college football to talk about, but I hope I'm not jinxing this by bringing this up. What is this? This is high school, and don't forget, high school Friday night, right?
Correct.
And this is week 2 in our area.
Week 2 for Florida. Yep.
I didn't get this out earlier this week, and I should have. You may be aware, I'm originally from the West Side.
Sure.
West Side. Edward H. White Senior High School. Fighting Commanders. Did you see what my Commanders did?
Yeah, they beat the heck out of somebody last week.
Trinity.
That's right.
They took Trinity behind the woodshed.
Yeah, they did.
So now if we can take care of West Side was Forest. Riverside was Lee.
Correct.
Paxton doesn't play West Side football anymore, right?
Correct.
So we got two more to topple, and King of the West Side.
There you go.
King of the West Side. Where I was going with it, I hope I'm not jinxing this, and I think, Casey, you've been around our area long enough to remember, there was a period, and I mean, it went about 3 or 4 years in a row. And it was terrible for the high school teams and bands and cheerleaders and players and fans. There was a period, 2 or 3 years in a row. Casey, I swear to God, it must have rained every Friday night.
Yes.
Rain. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
We had games finishing, being played on Saturday and Monday. A lot.
Yes.
A lot. Man, I hope. Man, it was weird. If it was high school Friday night,
it was raining.
It was raining in Duval like crazy, and I mean rain.
Yeah.
You know, rain. So there you go. Look forward to some more high school scores, and I like high school football. I always say this, and I hope I practice what I preach. If you can, even if you don't have anybody. Even if you're not from Jacksonville, you're transplant, whatever, if you can, do yourself a favor and get out to one high school football game per fall. You'll feel better. I'm telling you, just go. You don't have to stay the whole game. Go, pay your money, go get in. Go find a seat. Get a dog. There'll be dogs and burgers and grills and. Wouldn't you agree with that? Just go to a high school game once a fall, and I think you'll feel good when you do it.
It's good too. I mean, there's a lot of good football around here, so I mean, it's not like you're going to go watch.
No.
It will not be a tough watch.
No.
So I agree with you. The environment will be great.
It's just fun. It really is, and it's so Americana.
Yeah. I
mean, high school football, and I did not play high school football. I had gotten so deep into baseball, and I. By the time I got to high school, it was apparent I was going to get my college paid for by playing baseball.
Sure.
It was pretty, I wasn't a superstar, I wasn't going to go to the major leagues or anything, but it was apparent I was going to get my college paid for at least. So it just made no sense for me to play. Not the biggest guy in the world. The football coach, Coach Lamb, over at Ed White, wonderful guy, legend over there. he probably called me in his office 4 or 5 times over my junior and senior year. His theory was he tried to get 2 or 3 of us middle infielders. You look like maybe a little slot receiver or a DB. Run a quick guy.
Yeah.
I was like, Coach, man, it just doesn't make sense. I go get something blown out.
It's true.
And that was back. People were playing multiple sports,
Yeah.
But it just didn't make sense. But I look back and kind of wish I did play.
Yeah.
In a weird way. And certainly all my buddies were on the team. Some of my baseball buddies were on the team. But I was at every game Friday night. It was a thing to do. And at the pizza place after the game. And doing a whole lot of nothing, but you had to be at the place doing it.
Fair enough.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
Remember those days? We had on the west side, we hung out at 2 or 3 places. The Pizza Hut near Ed White on 4 Acre. It was in the front of a parking lot, in the front of a Winn-Dixie parking lot.
Oh, okay.
So it had big parking.
That's good.
You know what I mean? How in front, big parking, and
sure.
Oh my God. Not just football season, that was kind of the high school hangout. Oh my God, on a Friday or Saturday night or both, man, there must have been 150 cars. And no phones, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
No phones. So in my era, when you left the house, man, you had to have your plans set, or you were calling back to your house. Mom, has anybody called? Yeah, I think somebody. Oh, who? Boy or girl? I think it was a girl. Mom, who was it?
True. I didn't think about that.
What was the message? Mom, I don't know.
What a time to be alive.
Yes. But then invariably, because the hangout was, you don't realize it probably in high school. Yeah, you all got mobile. Everybody finally got their driver's license. You got mobile.
Right.
But we really didn't go outside of about a 5-mile radius,
True.
It kind of around in and around the high school. You lived around
depending
there.
on how close you live.
Yeah. So where I was going with that was, without the communication, the phone communication, real well, if you just hung out in the parking lot, that little girl in biology class you've been making eyes at, she's probably going to ride by with a group of her friends.
True.
At some point.
Yeah, accidental contact for sure.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, high school football tonight. I hope everybody has this fun, safe ball game and performance and things like that. Remember, if you do get bumped or bruised, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, the wonderful, wonderful Saturday morning 9 a.m. Bumps and Bruises Clinic, absolutely free. Multiple locations. Just go to the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Their website will tell you exactly where you can go if you want to get checked out tomorrow. You go to se-ortho.com. se-ortho.com. Pretty damn good. I'm calling it last night. College football opening night.
Not bad.
How about that? What about South Florida?
Saw it coming.
You did?
Yeah, I bet on South Florida.
Oh, nice. And I can't remember. We went over it. They got like 5 points, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, they got like 5 points.
5.5. Yep.
Wow. Interesting game, man. Of course, this is not one of the best Boise State teams we've seen in 10 years. They're still good. Boise's pretty good. I mean, that program now is going to be good for the foreseeable future. Casey, did you get to watch it? I know we were kind of going off the
Yeah, I mean, I watched it when I got home.
Yeah, and I was watching it on the broadcast for the first 20, 30 minutes. And then what a fun game to watch, too. Boise, they looked like they were going to overpower them early. Boise had one drive to open the game and threw a completion hit fumble.
Yep.
But it looked like, man, oh boy, are the Bulls going to be able to stop them? I think South Florida after that went 3 and out.
Yes,
they punt it back. So they and then Boise scores. It's 7-0. I tell you, there were a couple great plays and big plays for South Florida. Excuse me. And certainly the fake punt was a masterpiece. I think that the first points for South Florida, that field goal, kind of hooked in. Man, generally when you're the underdog, and they were reeling a little bit right there. Had he missed that, I've seen that game a million times.
Sure.
Right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, the quarterback, who's very, very talented for USF, did not want them to kick the football. He's waving the guys off the field, and the coach was like, no, get off the field. We're going to kick it here. And I agree with you. I think that was a smart decision. Get points, feel good about yourself.
Yep.
And now let's go do something else.
And that ball did not look like it was going to make it.
Not.
And you've seen so much football like me. South Florida, the clear underdog, they were wobbling right there.
Yes.
And if you miss that field goal, that's bigger than a missed field goal.
Mm-hmm.
But the field goal snuck in.
You had penalties on that drive too, so
yes.
yeah.
Yes, the field goal sneaks in. It's 7-3. How about South Florida, after trailing 7-0, rattled off 34?
Crazy.
Rattled off.
Dog walked them.
And they really did. And I've had this phrase for years, the anatomy of an upset. There are some things that just kind of happen.
Sure.
When you see an upset happening, and you could see South Florida, buddy, they made it into that second quarter, and little things started going their way, and boy, that confidence and that momentum got rolling. What about the fake punt? Was that great?
Yeah, it was great, and that was St. Augustine's own, Lachlan Hewlett.
Local kid.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Not their punter, right?
Not their punter, just a white kid.
Just
basically, is how that happened.
But, I think early in the season, South Florida snuck him on the field. He's not a punter, not a punter by trade.
Genius.
They wanted a fake punt with a good arm, and they threw a great pass. But I think you can get away with that early in the season.
They can't get away with it again.
Yeah, and even if not because they're going to run it again and people would script, but yes, Boise, like everybody else, they did their due diligence and they go, okay, and when they punt, you might go, okay, number 87 is their punter, and not 98 is their coffin corner, whatever. But it's not totally unusual to have a couple guys still fighting for the job. So it wasn't really totally unusual to see a number you didn't think was going to be back there.
Sure.
Because it's game one.
And it fits the profile.
It's game one. Fits the profile. And man, did he throw a nice pass.
Had to throw a good pass, and he did. Shout out to him. Yeah, I mean, they and I respect the play, too, because, you got to think about it in that situation. You got a chance to win this football game, and I'm sure that's, again, you probably could get away with that next week, right? They play Florida.
Yes.
But if you're the coach, you go, we're going to beat Florida. We can win this football game right here.
Absolutely.
And they went and did it against what was a ranked, or what will be a ranked team. So, shout out to him.
That's a really nice point, too. He, gosh darn, maybe to stay within 28 of Florida, we want to hold that, man.
Yeah.
We want to well, he said, no, we can win the first game of the year on national TV.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I call those plays, and coaches have used, some old school coaches use it, and I use this phrase as well. Each team generally has a couple of exotics. Exotics, and he went ahead and used one right there. And generally, like you said, at least the next 5 opponents for South Florida, one of those grad assistants is going to be zoomed in on what number is punting now. Is that number 38 or whatever,
Sure.
18 or whatever he was?
100%.
Yeah, you can get away with that early in the season.
Yeah, I'm guessing they won't try that again.
Yeah.
Until, who knows, maybe the end of the season, you can try it again. But
kicks up next Saturday's game a little bit, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah, but I would.
Yeah.
I mean, let's wait and see how Florida looks. But I'd be surprised. But yeah, listen, I think it would be maybe not necessarily a good thing for Florida. I think it'd be a good thing for your viewing watch if USF made it a football game.
Yeah, good call. Another thing it might help Florida, if they win against South Florida next week in Gainesville, if they win with a nice little number, if the Gators scrolls, 38-10, because people around the country saw South Florida, and Boise has a little reputation now. Yeah, decent. Damn, Florida walked the dog on South Florida. That South Florida team's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I hear that for sure.
Now, if South Florida is good, they were 7-6 bowl team last year. If they are pretty good this year, one more strength of schedule for Florida.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, you could potentially, depending on what happens, this weekend, you could look up and USF could be the 25th team in the country.
They could.
They just beat it's
could.
early. It doesn't really matter. Why not? I mean,
no.
And again, the rankings don't matter at all at this point. So, and then if that were to be the case, then that would be just another ranked opponent for Florida.
Yes, exactly.
That in theory you would beat. But yeah, it was a good game. It was a good watch.
It was a good
I
watch.
like their coach too, by the way.
Golsh? Or,
yes,
yeah.
Alex Golsh.
And he's worked his way up.
He has. He's been an assistant in a lot of places.
Yeah.
They realistically could go 10-2.
Yeah. And you're spinning off into an area I wanted to go to as well. not shockwaves, but the group of five.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Boise State was that
team.
team last year. They have a loss with 11 regular games to go, and on top of all that, the group of five gets one of those bids.
Mm-hmm.
They get one. So, man, that just is a shot in the arm for the UNLVs and the this ones and the that ones. And did I see last night Boise State? I think the graphic flashed. Boise State is or was as of last night the only group of five ranked team.
I believe that was
correct.
correct.
I think that popped up there. But people don't forget there is a bid coming from that group of five, grouping.
Yeah. And if they can they go Florida, Miami, their next two. Those will be tough, no doubt about it. And then after that, you're talking about your SC States, your Charlottes, your North Texases.
Yeah.
Like they very realistically run the table. If they keep it close with Florida and Miami, you might have something, because what other team in that group is going to beat a ranked opponent? Because they got one, technically.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, South Florida obviously stood up and said, hey, man, when that game was over, man, we put a loss on Boise. The Memphises of the world, the UNLVs of the world, just to name a few. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because, Boise, they were the only ranked team. Now, that was going off last year, but yeah, I thought South Florida, they were tough too, and they got hungry. That game went on, and they started feeling
confident. Oh yeah,
they're
flying around on defense. It's a great showing.
Yeah, keep it here for a few more college football games from last night. Casey, we talked about the schedule last night, and we didn't hit them all. We hit 6 or 7 and had little storylines. Obviously, South Florida, Boise was the first one.
Yep.
We talked about, and I know I pointed out. Could be the little brother, big brother. East Carolina hung around a hell of a game with NC State. 24-17, NC State got the win.
They did.
But I kind of had a feeling that might be a little brother, flashes a little bit. This one I called upset alert. And we talked a lot about this with Brent Beard. Jacksonville State, like I told you, Rich Rodriguez did a nice job building that program before he just took off to West Virginia. UCF got the win, but 17-10.
Yeah, that was the UCF contingent here, which is Jason Hamby from the Brent Austin Show, was not thrilled with the showing, but was happy they won.
Yeah, so. You take that. I didn't watch any of Oklahoma State UT Martin because it was Oklahoma State UT Martin. We talked about, my God, Oklahoma State had a putrid disaster of a season last year on a 9-game losing streak. They win by 20. I didn't think they were going to lose.
Sure.
But I wonder if that was 27-7, a 20-point win over UT Martin.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, it might be a little bit like you said about Hamby's team,
Yeah, it's doesn't feel very warm and fuzzy.
And Nebraska-Cincy, we thought that was going to be a good game.
What a mess.
20-17, and an end zone interception or something.
It's just a debacle.
Why do you say that?
I had Nebraska minus 6.5. I was pretty confident, but
how many you said?
6.5. So I did not win that one.
Math can be stupid sometimes, can't it?
I really thought, I was under the impression, and I'm not, a legacy Nebraska fan.
Sure.
I've heard the stories that Nebraska used to be relevant, but since
really power.
Since I've been on Earth and paying attention, no, they have not. Yep. And I was under the impression that they could beat Cincinnati by a touchdown. I was dead wrong.
Yeah, and that was neutral site, right?
Yeah, Arrowhead.
Arrowhead, yeah. Was Nebraska for decades a power. You saw that? Ooh, that red and white rolled in, and they beat you on a physical scale. We're corn-fed. We pump iron, and they used to. One of the big things about Nebraska had I think his name was Boyd Epley.
It's a good name.
And Boyd Epley. This is how they won a lot of games. Boyd Epley, and this was probably around 1970, late 60s, 70s. He was the first ever salaried strength and conditioning coach, which tells you, and workout and strength on salary, because Nebraska was ahead of the game. They were big weight room. Hey, it's as important as practice. You're supposed to work out 3 times a week. You got, And another thing, Nebraska, and this was a little psychological point too. There were years, 70s, 80s. especially, you know how the Big Ten going to the Rose Bowl is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it means a lot to Michigan and Ohio State and Iowa and all those. For years, the way college football was set up, the Big Eight. Oklahoma and Nebraska dominated the Big Eight, and I mean they were many years they were 1-2 and they knocked heads. Getting to the Orange Bowl, they were tied into the Orange Bowl. Gotcha. That was a big deal. Sure. Oklahoma and those two went most of the time. When Nebraska would go to any of their bowl games, but this was funny, when they would go to the Orange Bowl, they would semi-truck basically their weight room.
Wow.
Because you're at a bowl game.
Yeah, a couple
7 days, 8 days. Yeah. So no, they're like no. Working out's a big part of our program. They were, and
That's pretty wild.
They'd set it up, bring their Husker Power and, the big 18-wheeler that says Husker Power on the side. And, obviously in a 7-day buildup for a huge game, all your TV stations are going to go to that story. Mm-hmm. And the other team's watching. Oh, wait a minute. We're playing in Miami Beach, kissing girls and looking at bikinis.
You guys brought your weight room.
And they brought their weight room. They did that all the time.
That's wild.
Yeah, they were something. Boy, big bad.
They were not something last night.
No.
Did you watch all?
No,
okay.
I did not. Give me because that was the two bigger boys playing. What was the thumbnail? Did Nebraska look bad?
No. Well, so here's the takeaway, and this is about Cincinnati. The Cincinnati quarterback can't throw the ball.
Okay, that's bad.
Right. So, officially, he was 13 for 25 for 69 yards.
Oh, you mean 169 yards?
No, I do not.
You mean 260?
I do not. There's just a double digiter. 2.8 on average per pass.
Throwing the ball.
They couldn't throw. So they could not forward pass. If the first look wasn't there, he threw it away. He could run, or twice on the ground. More power to him. But they couldn't throw the football. So in my head, I thought, Nebraska would be able to handle business against a team that couldn't throw the ball. As it turns out, they could not. Yeah. They were fine, I guess. Raiola's okay.
Yeah.
They ran the ball okay. They just only scored 20 points. So,
yeah.
That's just kind of what it was.
And I was listening, I think, radio today riding around town. As I understand it, your girl, Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah, correct.
Travis and Mahomes and his wife were at the game. And the first thing I thought of, don't they spend enough time inside Arrowhead Stadium?
Yeah, I mean, it made sense for Kelsey because of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And then Mahomes, I guess, just went.
Was it ad nauseum cutaway shots? Or no?
There was a brief period where it was, pretty heavy.
Did she show her ring off or anything?
Not to the camera, no.
Huh.
I feel like I did see it, though, now that you say it. I didn't really think about it. But, I'm not sure why Mahomes went, other than he kind of looks like Raiola, but that's about it.
Or vice versa, right?
I guess technically, yes, it would be vice versa.
But the first thing I thought of was, God dang, they spend a lot of time in that stadium. Why would they want to be another 4 hours last night?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Kelsey would be there, and they would do something with that, but, I didn't think Taylor and the whole squad would be there.
One more topic. I know we take this a little bit long. One more topic, getting back to the NFL and getting back to it opens up. The NFL opens up in less than a week now. Next Thursday, right? The defending Super Bowl champions, the Eagles, taking on the Cowboys. With what transpired over the last almost 24 hours now, whatever it is, what's the bigger story next Thursday? The defending Super Bowl champions or this unbelievable, nobody saw, what's the lead story when the cameras fire up?
Yeah. Probably Parsons, to be honest with you. I will say this for the Eagles. Hopefully they win the football game because that would be a debacle if your opening is how the other team just traded their best player and then beat the defending champs, right? So Philly probably hopes they can take care of business there. But, I mean, the Parsons thing is going to be pretty front and center, I think, because we know what we know about Philly. You know what I mean?
Has anybody peeked and seen if the Cowboys happen to play the Packers?
They do. It's week.
Oh, my.
Yeah, they do. It's early, too. I'm
sure. My.
Let me get it for you.
So the Acme.
I want to say week 4, but I might be wrong.
Oh, my. Are we going to be able to make it through that week?
Yeah, week 4.
That story. Goodness gracious.
September 28th, it was already scheduled to be a primetime game. So the 28th is a month away. Exactly. The 28th is going to be your Sunday nighter. Packers, Cowboys in Dallas. So there you go.
Okay. How about that? All right, let's take our first break of this Friday, holiday weekend Friday. We've got two. I can't wait to watch games tonight. Unfortunately, they kick off at the same stupid time. Did you see that? 8:00.
Yeah, I do remember talking about that earlier, but I didn't.
Both games. I want to get into those. Then we'll take a big dive. Obviously, last time we'll be on the air before the big Saturday. So let's dive into Saturday. So 2 games tonight. We want to talk about a bunch of Saturday games, 2 on Sunday, and then the Belichick. And you know what? Belichick and his stuff, could they just combine North Carolina football games this year, just the same day, the same time, next door with all Kansas City Swiftie stuff, and just get that out? Right?
You could try.
Yeah. Ugh.
Double down. You could have Taylor Swift and Jordan Hudson in the box at the same time.
Yeah, or let them fight or something. Get in a fight or something.
That would be wild.
You know,
that would make news.
Just for the heck of it. Arm wrestle or something.
That'd be good.
Or
why not? You heard about the trademark, right?
No.
You didn't hear this?
No. What do you got? Oh boy.
Yeah, this is a good one. So this was a couple days ago. The Jordan Hudson, girlfriend of Bill Belichick, who's in charge of, I guess, the Bill Belichick company, they filed a trademark of the word gold digger.
Oh, my.
They're going to be making some merch.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's real.
Did you see Belichick sold a cottage?
I didn't know.
Recently, you know, and there's a picture of it. It was like so many $1 million. It was on one of the Nantucket type beaches or
Makes
whatever.
Sense.
And you know, normally when a celebrity, they say this is up for sale, and they show a picture. It's this elaborate thing. This was one of those. It looked like it was a cottage. They said it was a little getaway, but it looked like one of those. It looked like the cottage that the guy from Jaws would stay in. You know, right? Yeah, Captain Quinn or Sheriff Quinn, whoever, one of those guys. You know, it looked like it had been sitting there. It's beautiful and all, but I mean, beat up by the salt water. But it's what it's supposed to be. It's not Miami Beach or Jupiter, you know.
Which is how I would expect Bill Belichick to live before this debacle.
It looked like the cottage, expensive, but cottage equivalent of a cut-off sleeve hoodie.
Pretty much. It's a good call.
You know?
Yeah.
So there you have it. All right, a lot of college football to get back into. Tonight, we want to talk about big schedule on Saturday. We'll get into that. Other topics we'll knock around, including Major League Baseball. One down, a long way to go. Friday, Holiday Friday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show continues after this quick timeout.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Speaking of Action Sports Jacks, Casey, did I see UC Bishop Kenny? Did I see something about that? Is that our game? I like it.
Yeah, that'll be on the network at 7.
7, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, actually, it was on that graphic that I saw. But yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
UC and Kenny. Who's on the call?
That'll be Noah Schlicksup.
There you go.
Little Noah. He's not little anymore. He's a grown man. But
yeah,
when I met him, he was a small child.
Is that at Kenny or over at UC?
I think it's at Kenny. I'm not 100%.
UC's got turf, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got a little turf field over there.
Mm-hmm. Must be nice.
They get a lot done in that tight little corner where their school's at, UC, don't they?
Yeah, it's true.
They get a lot right in there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball and football.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt.
UC, I'll never forget watching. This guy was a good. This guy was a very highly recruited running back coming out of Jacksonville, and he had a solid career at Florida, but the 5-star career you were supposed to have.
Sure.
Willie McClendon. You ever heard the name?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, Willie McClendon. Yeah. He was one of those. He looked like Herschel Walker playing 2A football, or 1A. It was very, very small back then, the level. And Willie was highly recruited, went to Florida. Good, not great. But, man, big Willie McClendon. Oof, UC. Gosh darn, they must be UC, I think, is threatening bowls with numbers of state titles. They got a bunch, too, don't they?
They do.
They got a bunch. So high school, we've got a high school game tonight here on the network, UC and Bishop Kenny. A little quirk. We talked about. We're going to talk about the games tonight in college football. Mm-hmm. 2 mainly tonight. We want to talk about, and then Saturday's slate, and then really Sunday as well. Kind of a weird situation. It just jumped out at me. Probably the only guy in the world. UNLV, coached now by Dan Mullen. They play tonight as well. They play one of these Friday night games. UNLV. They're at Sam Houston State.
How does that happen?
Yeah, it's a little weird that they're going there. The bigger going to the smaller, kind of.
It's weird. It just looks weird.
But what got me was UNLV, this is their second game. They played last week.
That's right.
So they'll have 2 games under their belt before most of the biggest boys even put the ball on the tee.
That's funny. They'll be prepping for week 3, and North Carolina won't have played week 1.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
That's wild.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's goofy.
That is really...
I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's goofy.
Really?
I mean, with week 0, and you're kind of one of those random teams.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. So there you have it. Do you have a feel that you might want to put $1 on Auburn, Baylor, Georgia Tech, Colorado?
Yeah, there's a lot of conversation about Georgia Tech, which it was -4 this morning. It's now -3.5. But every single human being I've come into contact with, it seems like, likes Georgia Tech, which then makes me think Colorado, right? Because if everybody's on one side of something, that at least piques my interest. So I'm interested a little bit there. Auburn Baylor, I like Jackson Arnold, who's now going to be one of the quarterbacks that's going to play at least some at Auburn. But I don't trust him enough to win a game.
Yeah.
But I also don't really trust Baylor to win the game. I understand someone's probably going to, but I don't have a great feel.
Interesting. Now, help me out. I always get the minus and plus. It always. You said Tech opened up giving 4.5. It went down. What does that tell us in terms of the money in the public?
It means money's coming in on Colorado.
So they thought 4.5 was enough. They think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah. So it went from 4.5 down to a point, which is because I see it now at 3.5.
Yeah.
So people are back in Colorado a little bit, at least late. Which, listen, I think it's a crazy world where we're talking about Georgia Tech on the road against anybody being almost a 5-point favorite.
But Tech,
kind of a different thing.
who is it? Brent Key. He's done a nice job. Georgia Tech's built their program the last couple of years.
No, they're probably the better team.
And Georgia Tech. I think Tech's winning the game, and I think Tech will win more than 3.5.
Yeah. Interesting.
My first area of concern, if I was Colorado, their new quarterback to their place, Slater, I think it is,
that is
from Liberty. So he's been there a few months. He's played some football. He played a lot at Liberty, but I think Haynes King, when he's healthy,
he's good.
I think Haynes King is a game changer for Georgia Tech. Love watching him play. Can throw it a little bit, runs, he's that fast Vince Young. You don't look fast, but you eat up a lot of grass fast.
No, that's a good call.
Yeah,
definitely.
He's also, if he stays healthy and Tech wins 8 or 9, if they could get 8 or 9, he could be a sleeper Heisman guy. He could be talked about going. I like him a lot. I like Georgia Tech.
Hardly turned it over last year, which is crazy.
Yeah,
2 interceptions. That's amazing.
How about that?
I mean, they run the ball, but still, it's impressive.
Georgia Tech at Colorado. No Ralphie.
That's
got to factor in.
That should be worth the whole point. Maybe that's the situation.
That has got to be a whole point. We can get into that later. If we against one of the few games in decades they will not have their live mascot on the field. Ralphie. Indifference to running, they have found out.
It's my type of mascot.
Isn't that great? Indifference to running. Georgia Tech. That's a good game. 8:00 kick.
It was a good game.
ESPN. And it is at Colorado, obviously, Folsom Field.
It is.
I just hate the fact that Auburn at Baylor, 8:00, Fox, in Waco.
Yep.
Auburn giving 1.5, so that's really close.
Yeah.
Man, Auburn needs this game. Gosh darn. I don't know enough about Baylor this year. It's too early for me to, I'm not going to dive into Baylor.
Why would you? 4
games in, if they're 3-1, 4-0. Okay, let me peek at some of their games. Dave Aranda, he needs another decent year. A hot seat guy. Remember how hot one of the great defensive coordinators. And then he took the Baylor job. Auburn, gosh darn, Hugh Freeze. You talk about a hot seat. I mean, real hot seat. Does not need to go out and lose the opener, even though it's non-conference. I get that. It's non-conference. But take a look at Auburn the rest of the way. Goodness gracious. So if they don't win today, they're going to beat Ball State next. South Alabama they will beat. At Oklahoma, at Texas A&M, that could easily be back-to-back losses. And Georgia's right after that. So they could have 4 quick. This big game for them. If they're 0-1, they could have 4 in the loss column easily by that Georgia game.
Yeah.
Missouri, Arkansas, possibly a couple wins. Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Vandy. Okay, if they can get through, they just can't lose those 3 in a row. Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Georgia.
Right.
If you pair that with Ball State, Baylor. That's 4. They won't win all these. That's not a gauntlet. Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, and Vandy, but they won't win all 4 of those. Somebody will knock them off. Mercer's will win, and then they've got Bama.
Yeah, they need it.
Yeah, they do.
They're not the better team, though, I don't think.
Yeah, it might not be.
We'll see.
No, let me go.
I like watching Cam Coleman play football, the receiver.
Yeah, he's nice, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He is real nice. Let me look at the rest of. Is there anything else we want to flip over to real quick tonight? Wrapped up Thursday. Western Michigan, Michigan State. Nah. Not a lot. You may peek just see what Michigan State looks like for a few minutes. Another small program that is really they've taken the step up meteorically. Kennesaw State. Can they hang around? They are 18-point underdogs at Wake Forest. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what goes on with Wake these days.
No.
I'm assuming this is not your Sam Hartman.
Yeah, it seems like they've lost. And didn't their coach finally walk away?
That's a good question.
What was that guy? Jim Grobe. Remember Jim Grobe they were a tough out under Jim Grobe for 10 years. And they'd knock off the FSUs of the world. They were a tough out.
Yeah, their head coach now is Jake Dickert taking over.
There you go. Good for him.
He was Washington State's head coach.
Smaller schools out of the state of Florida will be a fun game tonight. By the way, Bethune-Cookman at Florida International, FIU. Any idea? Don't look.
Okay.
The name of FIU's stadium?
Oh, yes.
Think little bald guys.
Yeah.
Pitbull Stadium.
That's right.
Pitbull, I guess. Yeah,
I remember him paying money for that.
He gave him some money. I'll see if there's anything else. Those two are good. I don't know enough about Sam Houston State. As we said, they're playing Dan Mullen and the UNLV guys. UNLV won but didn't look great. And I think Mullen made a pretty good choice to get back in. They want to win, and they're putting a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I did not know this until that game was played. UNLV only had 2 starters come back, and what happened was they were good last year. They nearly got the group of 5 bid that Boise State got, and their coach left. What's his name? The old Missouri guy, Barry Odom, because he did good. He got the Purdue job. So, when their coach left, it was a lower level team that had good players and their coach left, and they got rated.
That's right.
So Mullen may not have a lot to work with. So it's not other than the 2 good ones, it's not a great night.
I'm not interested enough to watch Illinois play Western Illinois.
Yeah.
But I am intrigued to see what the final score is.
Yeah.
Because Illinois is returning one of the better quarterbacks in college football, in my opinion. So I would expect that to be like.
Who is that guy?
What is my man's name?
Yeah, I can't remember that guy. Yeah, and he is good. And don't forget, they've got an SEC-type coach there, too. Bielema is a good football coach.
Luke Altmaier is there.
Altmaier, that's right. That was the old FSU guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised. I don't know the inner workings. It surprised me when he left FSU. I thought he had a little talent.
He's good.
He got in late in the year, and a lot of Gator fans saw him because he played a lot against Florida. I thought he was talented, and he was a highly recruited kid.
Mm-hmm.
But man, he got up and took off. Yeah, Brett Bielema. I've always thought he's a pretty good coach, and he coaches that hard ass.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Brett Bielema last year, and Shane Beamer got into it on the
bowl game.
Yeah, at the bowl game over an injured player, kind of.
I don't remember.
It was ugly. And, Beamer's still young and hothead.
He is very hot-headed.
He's still. He reminds me of the. He reminds me of a young Dabo Sweeney. Remember Dabo was when he was young, he was yelling and jumping and
for sure.
I'll fire my team up. And he matured out of that a little bit. So not bad. So yeah, not a great those 2 games. Let's take another break here. We'll regroup and let's start looking at Saturday. Let's start looking at the group of games on Saturday. Look at some point spreads. Get some thoughts, Casey, from you and me. Who we think? Man, it is. I've heard and read some people saying, and it's hard to qualify this because you can't remember every Saturday real opener in the history of college football. Some people are saying this could be the best Saturday opener, we're going to call it, in the history of college football.
Feels like there's a lot of good ones.
And
it starts. The thing is, it starts.
Right.
That's fine. It's the biggest game, obviously.
Right out of the gate. Mm-hmm. Right out of the gate. And remember the controversy. They didn't want that thing at noon.
Yeah.
The Fox said, no. We have revamped our network.
Up there. I mean, I like it being at noon. Also,
I'm fine with it.
Think about how big of a day this would or Saturday would be if Florida State was good.
Oh my goodness, that's a great point.
You know what I mean? Like they're just.
Oh.
I mean, really, we think they're going to be a punching bag and get kind of.
Yeah, boy, that's a great point. If they were good.
If they were 2 years ago, FSU.
Oh.
I mean, we'd be talking. We'd have a lot. I think, of different feels about Saturday.
What a triple header that would be: the noon, the 3:30, and then the 7:30. I mean, that's big boy football right there. All right, we'll dive into Saturday's schedule. Give you some news and notes from the schedule on the other side. Cruising through hour number 1, Friday edition, the Young and Norvelle Show. Okay, let's continue some college football talk as the NFL is still 6 days away from opening up. Real quick, a couple of minor moves with the Jaguars roster. If you haven't heard, I'm calling him Alan. Remember Alan Trammell, the great baseball player for the
Oh, yeah, I do.
Tigers. This is Austin Trammell back on the Jaguar practice squad, and Dorian Singer has been eliminated off of the practice squad. So a couple minor moves with the Jaguars roster. Just wanted to get that out for people that haven't heard yet. Some college football talk. Saturday, man, we spent all off season looking at this schedule. We didn't know the times a lot of times and the exact, everything. But we've known this, and, man, it is something. It is really, really something. My Saturdays during college football, I don't watch all the pregame shows like I used to. Game day, when it was an hour, was great. It's too long and laborious to me. But I watch them. I'll go back and forth. But I try and do some even though can you do a honey-do list even though you're single? But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to because it can be I'll wake up so early.
You got to stop that.
Yeah, but tomorrow I'll be up at, not because of the football games, I'll be up at 6:15 if I sleep in.
That's terrible,
Yeah,
Terry.
I know, man.
You got to do something.
But I'll try, because it can be long for me to get to the noon kickoffs.
Yeah, because you've been up half a day. Go back to sleep.
I just hang out with this owl in a tree, stay up all night. But I'll maybe go to the my Saturday mornings include, a lot of times I'll go to the gym. That'll knock out 35, 40 minutes.
Sure.
Swing by the grocery store.
Yep.
Maybe maybe go to the dollar store if I need to get laundry soap or something.
Sure.
Come home, start spinning some loads. But this is great. This is unbelievable. Right out of the gate, folks. You know it, but I'm going to tell you again. High noon tomorrow, after we dry our tears from Lee Corso.
And change the channel.
Yeah, and change the channel, because on Fox at noon, Texas, Ohio State. That's not only one Texas versus 3 Ohio State, defending national champions.
Mm-hmm.
So they're dropping a banner on top of Texas. Ooh, how
Yes,
that?
they are. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that, really.
They'll drop the banner right now. Ohio State -1.5.
Yeah, it's been pretty steady about that point, which is not surprising, being at home. I think Texas wins the football game.
I do too.
I'm intrigued by the other side of that, getting a 1.5 for Texas. But I think probably low scoring, because really, you think you know what you're going to get from March Manning. I don't think we know for sure. And you certainly don't know what you're getting from Julian Saint. So, and by the way, I would expect Julian Saint to look pretty bad early.
Don't you think so? I do too.
I mean, first go at it
Yeah.
against the number one team in the country who has a defense. Like, I think his head's going to be spinning.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's probably why Arch doesn't have a lot of experience. But he's got a lot more than saying.
Yeah, I agree. 1,000%. And I think Art, being in the college football playoff games last year, not starting them, but being there in the environment.
Yes.
I think that counts for something, because this will be that type of environment.
He was born in the environment.
Well, that also too.
He was just born right into it. Yeah, I think there's value to that.
I do too.
I think there's value to
against a guy that doesn't have any of it.
Yeah. Cannot wait, but I'm with you. I think Texas wins the game, and I don't think it's going to be. I don't think they're going to win 24-23. So I would take Texas and covering the pool. No, they're getting.
They're getting the point.
Yeah. Your point about a low scoring. Did you see the over under? 46.5, so it's kind of low.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about right.
Yeah, they're thinking 24-21 kind of thing.
I'd be surprised if we got 35, 30.
Yeah.
One or something like that. I think I'd be a little bit surprised by that.
It's going to be something. It is going to be something. Defending national champions. How about the defending national champions and the number one preseason team? You don't see the number one preseason team in the country an underdog right out of the gate.
I'm surprised by it. I really am.
Yeah.
With the whole quarterback thing on the other side. And by the way, I think Sarkisian's a better coach than Ryan Day, even though he just won a national championship.
Maybe. And Sarkisian, I know he's still got a lot to do before this sticks on him. I see a little bit of Sarkisian maturing into his coaching whistle like Kirby Smart.
That's not bad.
Sarkisian looked a little wide-eyed sometime 3-4 years ago coaching and looked like he was going fast and I got to do everything.
Yeah.
I think he's matured into a pretty damn good coach now.
Yeah, no, I think he's a good coach. I think last year was a little bit goofy, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I think we all kind of think that Arch Manning's probably the more talented quarterback of the two that were on the roster, but he stuck with Quinn Ewers and did that. And I mean, it's a bold decision, but I like the fact that he was like, "I'm the coach. This is my thing. This is what we're doing."
Right.
And doesn't win anything for doing that, but I like how he handled it, even though it might have been the wrong decision.
Yeah, certainly. I had one more point I wanted to make right here on this game. Texas. Total number of Mannings in the stadium tomorrow.
Ooh.
Wonder how many.
Well, I would say at least.
And they'll
4?
If they're more than one, there'll be a bunch of them on TV.
You'd think they'd all be there, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Obviously Arch.
Oh, right. I forgot about Arch.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to be there. That's one. Cooper,
of course. Peyton. What else is Peyton doing?
That's what I'm saying. What are Peyton and Eli
doing?
I feel like that's a lot for all of them. So give me Arch, because he's going to play.
What about Archie?
Yeah, I'm thinking Dad. I'm thinking
Grandpa.
Yeah. And I'm thinking one Eli or Peyton. I don't know which one.
A lot of Mannings.
Yeah.
Be a lot of Mannings in that stadium.
Do they have like suites at Ohio State?
I would imagine, yeah. Just about all those big stadiums.
And it's old though.
Yeah, you're right. I bet you they've put them in there.
Can you imagine they show them just sitting on the bleachers, like getting rained on or something?
Yes, passing cokes down.
Yeah, that'd be a mess.
I'm intrigued. I just won't be able to see a lot of it because it's at the same time. Unless I'm not a big multiple TV guy in my living room. Are you that guy?
Do you have YouTube TV?
Yes, I do.
Do you use the 4-box?
No, I don't. Should I?
I do. I'll use the 4.
Now, does it give you 1 big and 4 small? Or
no, it's all 4 about the same size.
Okay.
It's quarters, if you will.
Okay, quarter. Yeah.
I'll
forget I have that most of the time.
I'll probably make my way to the 4.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure I care enough about any of the other noon games. I mean, I'm interested in Syracuse, Tennessee, but I don't know if I care enough to.
In my interest, I'm interested in that, and certainly Florida plays Tennessee late in the year, and it's Tennessee, and a little intrigued. Nico's gone. Aguiar comes in. He got the job 5 months ago. Didn't even know he was going to be in Tennessee.
If it was last year's Syracuse team, I'd be very interested.
Yeah,
because McCord, but he's gone. Obviously.
But man, that Fran Brown's supposedly doing real nice stuff at Syracuse. Real nice stuff.
Nice year last year.
Yeah. So that's also at noon.
Yeah.
ABC. So that's noon at ABC. And you mentioned it, right, a moment ago about game day. The ESPN game, after all that Corso stuff and all, the ESPN game is Mississippi State at Southern Miss.
That's bad.
Yeah.
How does that happen, by the way? How does Mississippi State go to Southern Miss?
Yeah. And that's one, I don't know Southern Miss up and down, but the line is minus 14.5. Okay, so that's 2 touchdowns. Kind of like what we said about South Florida and Boise.
Similar.
Yeah. So
Mississippi State's terrible.
Mississippi State was terrible last year.
Yes, they were.
They were terrible. That's one you might, if I knew a little bit more about Southern Miss, I might say upset alert right there. Be careful, Mississippi State.
It feels like, how are they on the road in that game?
Yeah, that's weird, unless they did one of those 3-game series, 2 at your place, but you got to give us 1.
Maybe. Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, that's a risky game probably for Mississippi State.
Yeah, I bet they don't feel great about it.
No.
But to your other point, I'm not really sure what other game,
yeah.
It's a terrible game to go into, by the way, off the Corso thing. But, I'm looking at these other games at noon, and it's like, where else are you going to go? Northwestern, Tulane?
Yeah, there's just nothing. With Texas, Ohio State, Syracuse, Tennessee eating up, there's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
It's nowhere to go. Before we finish this here, I want to go back. I was remiss. We were talking about what got us on. High school football and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. The Bumps and Bruises clinics are open every Saturday morning now. Dr. Aaron Bates.
You know what's funny is I actually last night at one point in my night said, I wonder what happened in that game.
Yeah.
And I went and looked. So
27-7, Towson beats Norfolk State.
How about that?
Michael Vick's debut as the coach. He's a Norfolk State's coach. And you heard us the other day. I was kidding with Dr. Bates, but it's true. That that was probably as much publicity as Towson's going to get.
Yeah.
Because the Michael Vick factor.
Mm-hmm.
Vick's, so, Towson got that win.
How about that?
I didn't want to go by there.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that happened. But there was a point in my night last night where I was like, why do I care? And then I was like, all right, I'll go see. And then sure enough, they won.
How about that? So
I heard it didn't go well for Michael Vick.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but it's
neither did I.
Supposedly ugly football on that side.
Yeah, I saw a lot of reports that it looked like it was very sped up on him.
So that's your noon. There's other noon games, but nothing of note. But we do get, the big boy game. Hopefully, it'll carry us to 3:30.
Yes.
Intrigue.
I'll give you a sneaky one at 12:45. Toledo might beat Kentucky.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
If we're looking for those type of things,
sure we are.
I think there's a scenario Toledo beats Kentucky.
Ooh, that would be tough for Stoops because there's already whispers. He's the dean in the SEC. Everything's gotten stale.
Right.
And boy, they stunk it up last year.
Mm.
They stunk it up. So we get through. That gets us down. Trying to see if there's Nevada at Penn State. Only reason I bring up Nevada, I think that's the Fighting Norvelles there. I think Jay Norvell's still the coach. Another Norvelle coach.
Look at that.
Jay Norvelle, I think, is still at Nevada.
He's going to get slaughtered.
Up and coming coach.
I can't believe Penn State's number 2.
Yeah. Eastern Kentucky is at Louisville. Couldn't we just get Louisville and Penn State to play and let Eastern Kentucky and Nevada play?
It's a good call.
How about Georgia? The Dogs, very quiet, they're playing Marshall. They're hosting Marshall. Georgia, 5th in the country, 39.5.
Austin had this stat earlier. I guess in spreads that are over 35, I believe is what he said.
Right.
Kirby's over. He's never covered.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
really?
40-point spread.
Yeah, 40.
The thought, at least around here, is Marshall's going to cover that 40.
Yeah. Man. I'm a novice.
40's a lot of points.
I was going to say, I'm a novice at betting. I got on the app last year, and I'll probably start. I haven't done anything in months.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done much baseball. I got tired of losing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you did have that one hockey debacle, I believe.
Yeah, we had that as well. But I'll get fired up and do it again.
Nice.
As basic as I am, it blows me away when you have, like, the Georgia, minus 39.5. So let's call it 40.
Oh, yeah, they got to win by 40.
So when you, technically, from a better standpoint, when you walk in Sanford Stadium tomorrow, it could say Marshall 40, Georgia 0.
Yeah.
That's how you're starting.
Yeah.
And when they're that big, you go, gosh darn, what if they get a tip pass and score and they're up 47?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
how do you not take that?
Exactly. The way I look at it is if Marshall somehow, some way scores twice, blocked punt, in busted coverage,
yes,
Georgia then has to put up a cool 60.
Yes.
And I feel pretty decent about them not doing that. So, yeah, I mean, the 40 is a lot.
That blows me away when you think like that.
Yeah.
When you think the math like that and you go, it is 40-0 on the scoreboard. Before you kick the ball off, it's 40-0.
Yeah. It's wild.
That is crazy.
I'm into it, man.
Yeah. And, there was a run where Marshall, how are they a 40-point underdog to anybody?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I guess they're back.
They're like a better. I mean, there's another 40-point spread that I'm interested in that we'll get to, but Marshall's like a respectable 40 points. You know what I mean?
Okay. So that's the Marshall, Georgia. The only reason we brought that up. That's 3:30 for dog fans. ESPN.
ESPN is not having a bad day.
I know. How about
tomorrow.
that day? How about that day? Mississippi State Southern Miss is the lead-in for Marshall, Georgia.
Two SEC games, sort of, but I mean, I'm sure people will watch Georgia because it's Georgia.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
I mean, that is not going to break television.
So, do you go at 3:30? Do you go Marshall, Georgia, or do you go Alabama, Florida State? Of course, you go Alabama, Florida State.
Yeah, you got to see what it looks like.
And I kept saying this all off season, and I don't mean to bash FSU. 2 or 3 things. Number one, it just blows me away how FSU is falling off the radar. I mean, coverage, talk, the logo, the brand, and then on top of it, man, there were 2 negative stories all off season with Florida State. The big one now is, have you heard all the bitching about the stadium?
I have not actually.
People are just kind of looking at it. They're not inside it. They're looking at it. And there's a big faction I don't like it. And they're mad because they took the 12,000 seats out and they put suites there.
Sure.
But that's been a bad offseason. There's been a lot of moaning and groaning. It's like, dude, they just built a bunch.
And it feels like you should be happy about it.
Yeah.
Are they done?
Yes. It's
because that construction over there has been a mess.
Yes.
I went to like 2 baseball games over there this year, and
is that right?
It's goofy.
Yes, as I understand it, and they've had a lot of video inside.
True.
Within days, and it looks like, unless it's on the inside that you don't see, it looks done. It looks done. And then they just rolled the field down and got it all painted up. But that's the whole concept of this game, was they kind of tied it into the debut of their new stadium.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It all worked out.
What do you think of that game? Alabama 14.5. They're giving 14.5. What do you think of that game?
I think 14.5 is now interesting because earlier today, because we looked at it today, it was 13.5.
And that tells us what again? It
went
up.
More money on Alabama.
Okay.
But to be on the other side of 2 touchdowns means you got to beat them by, in theory, 15. But really, you're not getting to 15, so like 17 is really how you're going to have to beat them at the minimum. So that's a lot. And like the one thing that's intriguing here is I know they're Alabama. I don't know how good they are. Do you?
I know.
Like they're supposed to be good because they're Alabama, but I could see a scenario where they're not, God's gift of football like they have been. So I think they win. I think they probably cover just because I have zero faith in Florida State.
Right.
But me personally, I know you're not going to agree with this, but I'd love to see Florida State take them all the way to the fourth. Beat them, why not?
And win the damn thing?
Yeah, I don't care.
That would shake it up. Kalen DeBoer.
It'll be bad. They're not gonna.
Oh.
But at the bare minimum, have me interested in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And then go beat them if you want to, but don't have the fourth quarter be 35-7. Like it was last year for Florida State. And by the way, it very well could be.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Bama wins and covers.
I do too.
17-ish maybe. They'll beat them by 17-20. It's a big game for Alabama. They need to look good. They didn't, 9-4, but they didn't. I mean, they weren't bad last year, but they didn't have the Bama back.
Correct.
They didn't defensively scare you to death. Hell, they lost to Vanderbilt.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
By the way, the great stat with Vanderbilt is, who would have ever thought Vanderbilt's starting quarterback has a career 3-0 record against Alabama and Auburn.
Amazing.
He's 3-0.
Unstoppable.
And he beat them both last year.
It's true.
How often does Vanderbilt beat either? Last year, Vanderbilt beat Auburn and Alabama.
Amazing.
Have you seen their stadium? It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
They made a nice little stadium. All right, let's get through the rest, some more of these games. You talk about a quiet. This game's not worth talking about, but man, I guess because they really looked bad in their last game. Oregon has been quiet as hell. Nobody says anything. Top 10 team.
Yeah.
But you remember how bad they looked?
Yes, it was really bad.
It was bad.
They got dog-walked by Ohio State.
And I thought
and they were the number one team, were they
number
not?
One,
undefeated?
Yes, absolutely. They were number one, and shame on me. I thought that was going to be a good game.
I think we all did.
I thought that was going to be, not
Auburn. Oregon was favored.
I think they were. Yeah. I just saw that because it's so quiet.
I'm interested in that one because of this morning they were 27.5-point favorites.
Okay.
I think that's low.
Yeah.
For everything you just said, they want to go get rid of that taste in their mouth. New quarterback, let him throw it a little bit. Yeah. And Dan Lanning is a known run-it-up-on-you guy.
He is.
So I think 28.5 or 27.5 is low.
So Oregon, that's a Big Ten network game, 4 o'clock. That gets us Oklahoma. They're playing Illinois State, but just to see what I haven't seen John Mateer play much.
Right.
I do love the little back they got from California, Ott.
Okay.
Real nice little back.
Oh, they got him? I didn't know.
Yes, they got Ott from California. And that'll get us down to 7 o'clock, Florida, Long Island. Obviously I'll watch it. You hate not watching your favorite team and worry if something stupid happens. But, my God, I can't wait till all these games are gone.
Yeah.
All these games are gone, off the schedule.
Here's the other one with the spread I was talking about. Long Island, 48.5 points.
Why do I don't see a spread on ESPN page here?
Yeah, it's not there for ESPN, but it is on Hard Rock. Trust me, 48.5.
48.
I'm going Long Island.
And I mean, again, it's 48-0, 49-0.
Yeah, it's 49-0. Here's my reasoning on that.
And go ahead.
Sounds like Weather might be a player.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So if Weather indeed is a player, wouldn't you think if you're Billy Napier, hey, my quarterback who hasn't practiced,
get your boys out, yeah.
Do you even, I mean, if it's raining at kickoff, do you play him?
Good question.
Do you send him out there with a chance to get hurt?
That is a great question.
On the flip side of that, I don't trust, as you've documented well, I don't trust Napier to, like, stomp somebody by 50.
Yeah.
Something goofy happens in this football game, because if Long Island scores a touchdown,
Florida
Gators have to
score.
put up 60.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Gators are putting up 60 because I don't think Lagway plays 4 quarters.
Yeah, and, I thought you were going to go, one of your reasoning points was going to be something to do with Napier, but I thought you were going to say what you ended up getting to. Napier, I think he's a little too kind to go, I'm going to score 65 on these guys, you know?
I don't think they'll do it.
So it's 48.5, you said?
48.5.
So 49.
They got to, the Gators would.
Yeah.
The easiest way to do that would be a cool 50-0.
50-0. But if somehow Long Island gets a touchdown.
Yes. Now we're talking, technically you'd be talking 57.
Yeah.
You would need there.
They'd need 57
or 56,
to top.
but yeah.
Yeah, 57 to top it, definitely. Yeah.
That ain't happening.
Are you putting any cake on it?
Yeah, I will.
A little bit?
Yeah, no, I've definitely. I don't think it's happening. I think there's too many factors at play, and I trust the weather team here that it's going to rain again. So.
Let's say, and it can happen. Long Island gets a stupid bounce off a helmet, picks one off, and runs down the sideline.
That's all you need?
Yeah.
I don't even put a drive together. I need one thing to happen.
And then Napier called the dogs off. There's 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Florida's playing a lot of Terry Norvelle's and Casey Kurtz's. They don't even know who we are in the press box.
Yep.
And Long Island scores again on those guys.
That's what I'm saying.
That is intriguing, though, isn't it?
I am. All I need is 10 points, Long Island. If you're going to come from New York, if you're going to practice, give me 10 points. I don't care how you do it.
If they give you 10, you'll buy them all Long Island iced tea.
There you go.
So Florida is 7 o'clock. I'm trying to see anything else intriguing. Oh, Vandy. Vandy, 7 o'clock. Got to watch Vandy. Trying to see. And that gets us to 7:30. LSU, Clemson. Goodness gracious. Not a neutral site game. That is in Clemson.
Correct.
I think a lot of people think that's a neutral, one of those, Atlanta, Orlando, whatever games. This one here, I just have no feel here. I think both teams are pretty good. I think both quarterbacks are good. I'm a big Nussmeier guy from watching him in person in Gainesville get hammered and get up and throw pass after pass after pass.
He did get hammered that game.
Yes, he really did. Clemson's given 4.5. I want to say Clemson, but can LSU stub their toe again on an opener?
I think they can.
Yeah.
I think Clemson's better. I think it will be nuts environment.
Yeah.
Spread-wise, I'm intrigued in LSU because I think it's going to be close. I think we're talking a field goal game, and then LSU getting 4.5 would mean I like that a little bit better. I do think Clemson wins the game, though.
How about 57.5 over/under? That's a pretty good number. They think there will be some scoring. Obviously, two experienced quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know that I love it for an over.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's a lot. I mean, it's still week 1.
Yeah. This game, 7:30, Big Ten Network. The game's not good. I'll peek if I remember. What the hell does Lincoln Riley's USC team look like?
There you go.
You just have to peek because they've been train wreck more than they've lived up to it. Lane Kiffin, 7:45. He's always fun to watch his offense. If you watch a couple plays, you never know what he'll snap off. I like Kiffin. I've always liked Kiffin.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
I got no problem with him.
I think he's fun. Let's see if we got anything really that's going to turn our head. SMU. I love the offense SMU runs. They're wide open. They're a lot of fun. There's Hawaii going to Arizona with their big win under their belt. Oh, Utah, UCLA. I won't make it up that late if I can somehow. I think that'll be a fun game.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
I think that'll be a fun game.
It's watchable for sure.
I'm a big Whittingham guy. I think he's a great coach. He's one of the 10 best coaches in the country. I think he really knows what he's doing. Who is it? Foster is at UCLA in his second or third year.
And obviously Nico.
And the Nico angle. And You can never go wrong watching UCLA football, home or away. Best uniforms in the history of sports ever.
Really, that's a strong statement.
Ever.
In the history of sports
all sports, ever. Home or road, they just look good, man.
Ever.
How about the helmet? How about the gold with the script UCLA on the side?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Ever in anything.
Wow.
In anything.
Strong statement.
Yeah. Top it.
I will. Before we get out of here, I will.
I'll tell you who else has got a sharp uniform.
Okay.
And I think it's when they go white jersey, gold pants. The Georgia Tech uniform is sharp, crisp.
So you're a gold guy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I like, on occasion, some of the North Carolina stuff that they can put together. And it's crisp, and it's just that powder blue. It's crisp. I like it a lot. Do you have a uniform? UCLA has been my favorite uniform ever.
Wow.
Home or road football.
That's...
Yep.
Tough.
Here's a little quirk, and I think I've got this right. I do not. When you'll see UCLA baseball because they occasionally win the World Series. They're good in baseball. Yeah. They wear their blue powder UCLA hat, and they have a B on it. B for Bruin.
Oh yeah, sure.
I've never been.
No good.
I bet no.
What do you want it to be?
UCLA.
You want the whole UCLA script on a baseball hat?
Across. Yeah. I don't know. The B. It doesn't ever look right to me.
It's fair. I mean, if they don't use it anywhere else, then, I think you got an argument, but
all right.
I don't know. That's a great question, uniform-wise. I like uniforms. I'm a uniform guy. I like when they put out the new uniforms, like the NFL. I don't know if you saw the NFL, I think 7 teams got new, I
think I heard about that.
I'm not even sure what they're called, but, they're cool. All of them are very well received. I liked, this is going to sound dumb, but when I was a kid, I really liked the Dolphins orange. Remember those?
The Dolphins orange?
Yeah. I got an orange. I never actually got it. This is actually a sad story. I bought an orange Jason Taylor Dolphins jersey.
And?
It got stolen off my front porch. I never got it.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I know. I was like 7. I didn't actually. My mom ordered it.
Yeah.
But, it got stolen.
That might have been the original porch pirate.
It might have been.
You know that?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So I really liked those when I was a kid.
And the thief, could you tell it was a jersey or he just picked it up and ran?
Yeah, I mean, I assume it was just in a package and
if he picked it up and ran, porch pirate,
yep.
If you open it up and it's a jersey, don't you take it back and say, hey, you know what?
What do you think?
Give this to little Johnny.
Yeah.
Little Casey deserves this.
I did. I thought I did, but yeah, no.
By the way, the Dolphins need to go back to the dolphin jumping through the ring. That little streamlined dolphin thing they came out with. No.
Yeah, I agree.
Gotta go.
Yeah, orange dolphin was a good one, and I was a big fan, still am, of the old. It's hard to say old because they're not that old, but the Tampa Bay Devil Rays green.
Okay.
Now, granted, I was a kid. I'm a Rays fan, so that's that. But those two.
What about the old Chargers powder blue jersey?
Old Chargers powder blue was pretty tough.
And the Bolt.
Yeah, the Bolt was good.
The Bolt's pretty nice. It's hard now to make blanket statements like I made about UCLA because what you said a moment ago, there are so many options now.
Everybody.
It's hard to remember which uniform combo are we talking about.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, everybody's changed their jersey multiple times.
Money grab.
Hey, it's true. Hey, listen, if you come out with good ones, and I'm a big fan of and I know not everybody is, but the City Connect stuff. All the baseball teams are doing City Connect and what the NFL is doing. I love those cool different uniforms. I like the different stuff, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's money.
Do you like everybody has a black version of something?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh.
But what I really don't like is you'll have an organization, a franchise, different sports. They will occasionally come out and be totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when the was it the Spurs that came out? All of a sudden they're wearing fuchsia colors and nothing was their old uniform. They were silver, black, and white.
Yep.
The old Spurs. And they came out with. I hate when they totally change every color in their scheme, and you go, "Who the hell is that?"
Sure, yeah, it's a little goofy.
Who the hell is that?
I'm trying to pull a picture, but
okay.
I have an answer for these. Me and Brian Middleton used to talk about
best
these.
ones ever.
Oh my goodness, constantly. Now, granted, there is some recency bias in these, and I'm not even arguing that. But
give me a hint.
Their NFL jerseys, not their NFL. It's an NFL team, and it is a alternate jersey.
Is it way wild from their traditional?
I'm going to say no, but there's a chance that you think it is.
Huh.
Why is this not working?
From a traditional standpoint, I've always liked, and this is just crisp as hell, the home white Dodgers jerseys, uniforms. Really, and they got that splash of red.
Mm-hmm.
Are the numbers red? They got a little red.
I think it's like the outline of the name,
but something
like that.
And for some reason, when they're in Chavez Ravine, when they're playing, it's like a twilight. The white for the Dodgers uniforms is so white, and then that blue crisp script.
Yeah.
And then they got that little sprinkling of red. I like that uniform. Well, I got to see this.
I'm trying.
You want to take a break?
The computer is so goofing me up. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take our break. Come back, regroup. Got some baseball to get to. That's just about the look at the Saturday games. We'll also take a peek because they will be played. This is Friday, obviously. We'll take a peek at the 2 Sunday games. That and a whole lot more. Hang tight with us right here on a Friday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
There they are.
Oh my, we are back with a uniform. Yeah, that is totally different than what the Bengals would normally wear.
That's tough.
That's sharp, man. I do remember that now. That is sharp.
Oh my goodness! I'm telling you what, that is
strong.
As good as it gets.
Have they worn that a lot?
More so in the last 3 years or 2 years. It was like a year thing, and now they wear it like 3 times.
Dude, that is man.
Sharp,
That's
right?
a good pick, man. And who would have thought black and white could have looked that cool? You know,
right? I think it's God's gift to jerseys.
Hey, I this may be a dream, and I'm crazy. I'm gonna sound like a crazy man.
Okay.
But Casey, could you do a little research real quick? If your Google and all's up, and
Why not?
gosh, I'm crazy. I think.
Oh boy.
The Bengals
Okay.
that they're referenced. I seemed in the back of my mind with a lot of knowledge here because I'm really smart.
Yes.
I seem to think that it's not necessarily a Bengal tiger that the Bengal part of it's a Bengal object, something called Bengal. Am I nuts?
Well,
and obviously it's got the tiger stripe, but I don't think I think the Bengal references something that's not an animal.
you're right.
How about that? How about that?
I feel like I just heard this recently. It might have been you, or it might have been I don't know. But you're right. The point of the story is the Bengals were founded by this dude, Hal Pennington, and named the team after the Floyd Wells, which is the brand, Bengal stove in his mother's kitchen.
That's it. It's an object.
Yep.
Now, I don't think a silhouette of a stove would look as intimidating as the stripes of a Bengal tiger.
Yeah, they would not have sold much merch.
Now, you know what? I've never been known to brag on myself. You know that, right?
I've never heard you once.
Yeah, I know. That was a hell of a pull I just gave you right there.
It was.
That was
there's no doubt about that.
Man, can you imagine a couple of drunk guys at the bar and you drop that on them? What are you talking about? Damn Bengal tigers right there.
That's true. No, you have it.
Woo! Pulled that one. Pulled that one. Gosh darn.
By the way, look at this man scoring a touchdown in the white Bengals uniform. That is just...
Stop it.
It's good stuff.
Man, if I played on that team, I may just wear that out sometimes. The whole uniform.
Oh, definitely. With the helmet and everything.
Yeah, I may just wear that out.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Gosh darn.
It's good stuff.
That is... Are his cleats purple, or is that just a reflection or something?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think they're purple. I think the bottom of them
now,
are purple.
Why would he have purple?
Well, so...
LSU, maybe?
Yeah, that's my quick guess.
Yeah.
Both Tigers.
Oh, now that's a good pull.
I'm thinking, because it looks like it's very hard to see. It probably just looks like a line, but that Nike swoosh in his shoe is orange. So I'm wondering if the orange and purple is like a mix.
This is strong. That is a nice uniform.
Yeah.
Do you know, some of these uniforms, they have names. Does this one have a name?
I think they call it White Tiger.
White Tiger? Yeah. They have some cool names. Ice this or Ice White, they call it sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to find you another one. I was just telling you about these the new uniforms in the NFL. So the Bills got a new one. And there's this called...
they need a new helmet. Bad helmet.
It's about the same helmet, but it's called, it's like Icy White is what they're calling it.
Oh, nice.
And I'll get it for you here in a second.
Did they finally get a new stadium?
It's in the process.
In the process, yeah. Well, that thing was old, wasn't it?
Yes.
And just basic.
Yeah.
Just real basic looking. If I have a couple more notes here, I wanted to make sure we get to. We got. We wanted to talk while you're looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
The game's on Sunday. 2 really good games. Really cool that they added a second game. They've had a Sunday game on Labor Day weekend, and it's always been a pretty good game, but they do need a second game. They really do. Speaking of games, in case I forget this, was just wondering during the break, if Bill Belichick was not the North Carolina football coach, I wonder what the Monday night matchup would be. It wouldn't be that.
It would
right?
not be this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's a good...
I wonder what it would be.
Good question.
I'll tell you, North Carolina's, a couple of their football combos are nice.
Oh, yeah?
We talked about that. They do have some pretty good
I bet they would
combos.
I bet they would have bumped like LSU Clemson or something like that.
Let it be in that, yeah.
I mean, you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason it's the game that it is
It's
because
him.
of Belichick.
Yeah.
All right, check this out.
Okay.
Those are the new Bills. No?
No.
Not in.
Is that a hockey guy on the helmet or what?
No, it's like the Bills logo, but it's
No,
like
I don't like
metallic
that.
silver.
The first thing that came to my mind when I looked at that was Boise State. I don't know why. If it had a little orange, don't like it.
Pants are white too, just so you know.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
like
that? Oh yeah. It's
What
like a
is-
silver on white.
What
yeah.
is the emblem? Is that the running bull guy?
It's just the normal Bills logo.
Buffalo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's from Buffalo Bill Cody, right?
I don't know
I think so.
where the logo came from. I do not know.
Oh, just the name, the Buffalo Bills.
Oh. Gotcha,
What
gotcha.
is the football? Just ice?
The football that he's spinning on his fingers
Yeah.
is snow. Yeah.
Just snowball. I don't like that.
Really? That pains me to hear that.
I can't really. I guess it's the angle of the helmet. I'm like, what is that blob?
Yeah, that's fair. It's the Bills logo, the back of it, I guess, in theory.
Certain Oregon football combinations I like a lot.
Ooh.
I hate when they wear something and you go, wait a minute, that's not one of your cool uniforms.
Yeah.
They'll wear like black and almost all black. And you're like, you got too many cool things to.
They've set a standard now that if they come out in anything normal,
Yes.
it's kind of disappointing.
Yes, they're those fluorescent ones they wear.
Oh yeah.
Great.
They've had some good ones, man.
They really have. Yeah. They've had some cool. If that kind of stuff helps you get kids to sign,
oh, it does.
I think it does.
I would go there strictly for it.
I do too.
If you play offense, if you are a offensive recruit, like what's the kid that flipped from Oregon to Florida?
Oh yeah, Dallas Wilson.
What is that guy doing? Like,
Yeah.
I get it. Good for Florida.
Yeah.
He plays receiver. He's a 5-star. Dan Lanning runs it up on people constantly. They throw it around the yard. And they wear those uniforms, and he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna go to Florida."
I think the side story was Wilson getting recruited by Napier. He said, "Listen, I'm going to come to Florida, but when I'm playing all my games for the Gators, I still want to wear the Oregon uniform."
That's what I mean.
Of my choice.
How could you not? They're awesome.
of my choice. Oh, I didn't like Buffalo.
Wow,
I didn't like Buffalo.
That's a shame.
Huh.
I love those.
I hate their helmets. The old school helmet.
I think you just have a problem with the logo.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just that. What is it, like a buffalo stripe kind of thing, or I don't know.
I mean, it's buffalo with a stripe. Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Sunday, 31st. Your first game. I wish Virginia Tech had been a little better the last couple of years. Don't you wish Virginia Tech came in at 20th? South Carolina, and that is a neutral site game. That's in Atlanta. South Carolina, 13th in the nation preseason. A lot of love. A lot of Lenore Sellers love. 7.5. I thought that might be a hair bigger.
It seems low, right? I don't know anything about Virginia Tech.
I don't know a lot, but they haven't been good lately.
Yeah, that's why I think it's low. An SEC school who's borderline top 10, not unrealistic chance to make the playoff. And
Beamer strikes me as a guy that if he can put an extra 2-3 touchdowns, he will.
He's gonna try to put on a show. And Lenore Sellers may be the Heisman or will be a Heisman candidate at the bare minimum. So the 7.5 does confuse me, but Virginia Tech must be better than I guess we all know.
Yeah,
or they think they will.
Yeah,
be.
That's a 3:00 kickoff. It's showing ESPN 3:00 on Sunday because obviously it is being chased by Notre Dame, Miami. Before we get to Notre Dame, Miami, I will say this, that historically, South Carolina, when they're expected to be good, they've stubbed their toe a lot.
Correct, yes.
Historically, because they've not won a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a quick story about Coach Spurrier, and he had this philosophy about South Carolina, and he didn't really have it about Duke because he needed a job. And he was kind of a hot guy, but he needed a job. And he threw this out. He's buddies with Saban. He likes Saban, but he used Saban as a comparison. He said when coaches get called greatest ever, he said sometimes he looks first at, did they take a program that wasn't historically great?
That's a good call.
And he mentioned Saban. He told me one time, he said, he likes Saban, but a guy like Saban, his first real get going, I'm not going to count. I think he played at Kent State and he had small school. They all coached at small schools to kind of get going.
Sure.
But his first real get going was Michigan State. That's not exactly a doormat. They've,
Sure.
LSU goes to the NFL, but Alabama. So he was great. I mean, his theory, and he said one of the reasons he took the South Carolina job, he knew he wanted to get back in it. And he said, I want to go somewhere that building it's the thing.
Yeah.
And that kind of shows that I know what I'm doing, because if you take over for Ohio State, I mean, just don't screw it up.
Yeah.
Just don't screw it up.
It's true. I know.
But no, South Carolina historically, because they're hitting now. Coach Spurrier had 3 good years out of 7. He was like, what did he win? 3 in a row, 11. Yeah, he won 11 games, 3 years in a row.
Oh yeah, they were good for a while.
Yeah, but historically, South Carolina, when they're supposed to be good, they have stubbed their toe. And that's been one of those programs, if you look at it historically, man, they just rarely have won anything.
Yes.
you know?
Correct.
And they love it, and they're passionate, but they just never have really won anything. Notre Dame, Miami, that's the Sunday second game, 7:30 ABC. That is a home game now. That's not a neutral. That's Miami playing in Hard Rock. 2.5, Notre Dame giving. 2.5. Thoughts on that?
I will say I'm surprised that it's not bigger, even on the road.
Yeah.
Because I think Notre Dame obviously did what they did last year. Obviously, new quarterback, so that's a thing. But like Miami, I think Miami still is just getting some love because they're Miami, right? I'm not sure I know Carson Beck, but I'm not sure that they're that much better.
Yeah.
I like Cristobal. I think he's a good coach. I also think he needs a win like this pretty desperately.
He does. He really does.
But I think Notre Dame is clearly the better football team.
I do too. My concern, if I'm a Miami fan, yes, you've got an experience at quarterback, experience factor. Miami went. Beck's played a lot of big games. First one, Miami's played a lot of big games. C.J. Carr, highly recruited kid. This is his first go around. He got named a starter. I worry that Notre Dame, and they're one of a couple teams I think in the country that can do this when they want. I think Notre Dame can just say, let's run this thing downhill.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I think, a big part of it. Like, I have no idea what their recruiting status is on the offensive line. I guarantee you they got 5 grown men.
You would think.
I just have a strong feeling they do, and I don't know that Miami does.
Hey, I was looking at this spins off with Notre Dame. I was looking at some Notre Dame stuff the other day, and really about Marcus Freeman. And, man, he was really close to being shown the door last year.
I believe it.
I don't know if you remember how it played out. Second game of the year, Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
Okay, and he was, God, I had those notes. Freeman was like, first 2 years average, 9-4 and 10-3, 9-4. It just didn't sit well with Notre Dame. They weren't real happy. There was big question marks.
And he was the DC, right? And they promoted him.
He was. I think he came from Ohio State as a DC, or no, he might have been already there. He's an Ohio State former player.
Gotcha.
But his first 2 years, it wasn't Notre Dame standard.
Right.
Last year was his third. Game 2 at home, they lose to Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not the one. Okay, that got a lot of whispers going at Notre Dame, or even shouts.
Can't lose that game.
But I remember watching about 3 weeks later, they came very close to losing to Louisville a couple weeks later. Very close. He wouldn't have survived.
No.
But they never lost again when they lost to Northern. Did you watch that game? Northern Illinois beat them 16-14.
Yes, I do remember that, yeah.
And that felt like the entire – remember, it got going, and I remember just peeking at that game. First, this is cute. But it started getting late.
Like,
that was one of those games, and it happens in college football a lot on a Saturday. You could almost feel the entire country watching that game.
No, it's true.
And unless you were Notre Dame, 98% of the people were pulling for Northern Illinois.
Yes, they were.
Yes.
No doubt about it. Yes, they were.
And didn't Northern Illinois do something real gutsy?
Yeah, fake field goal.
Yeah. Real gutsy.
Yes. And the thing about Marcus Freeman, I don't remember what he did that I made this comment, but I tweeted during the national championship, after the national championship, I guess, Marcus Freeman with the F- coaching job. I don't remember what he did that I thought was so terrible, but I remember watching the national championship and thinking he did not coach a good football game. I don't remember what it was, though.
Yes. I'm trying to remember. It was a they could barely cover Jeremiah Smith, and they didn't go for it. They punted it back, and you're like,
something like that.
Dude, you're at midfield.
Yes.
You got to scheme up a 2-yard gain and keep the ball.
Yeah, it was
because Notre Dame tried to make a little comeback, but Casey was that moment, and that was a white flag moment.
Yep.
That you go Freeman. If you get beat by 24 or 10, who cares now?
You lose either way. Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yep.
He did have a real question. I'll tell you another thing about Marcus Freeman. To me, he's likable.
Very likable.
Very, very likable. Man, he's articulate. He seems like he'd be cool to play for.
I just thought he coached a bad game.
Yeah,
He's had some questionable moments.
I know that. Yep.
But Cristobal needs to win more. But also, if I'm him, I don't really want to lose this game if I'm Marcus Freeman, because then I'm not saying people start talking again. You just win the national championship.
Yeah.
But the question is, if they were ready to potentially move on from you middle of the season last year, how much rope do you really have?
Boy, this would be a nice win for Miami.
Yes, it would.
That would be a nice win for Miami, and
he needs it.
And we talked. I don't know if Florida can. I don't know if Florida can beat LSU, but my God, if Florida jumped out 4-0 and Miami did, you'd need a Miami win over Notre Dame, and you did a Florida win over LSU on the road at night. But man, would that be big?
Mm-hmm.
But man, would that be big? All right, let's squeeze in some baseball. We're running out of time here on a Friday. I don't think there's any. What is the? Okay, TCU is actually the favorite.
3.5.
Yeah, and I guess that's probably right because it's a little bit of a hodgepodge put together at North Carolina right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what goes on there other than Belichick. So and Belichick doesn't he's not gonna will them to wins. I don't think he's not that type of coach.
Do you think Belichick really wants to be there? And
that's the thing. No, I don't. From the outside looking in, before seeing it happen, no, I don't.
I never thought. I had no insight on this. I never thought that Urban Meyer wanted to be coaching in the NFL. I never thought, and it was a disaster. But it always looked like to me, he still is employing an agent, and the agent gets a cut, and his wife, and there's a lot of money and all. I always felt like he really didn't want to coach in the NFL. I kind of feel like that about Belichick.
Yeah.
Does he really want to be doing this?
This thing does give me very, very heavy Urban Meyer to the Jags vibes.
Yeah. So you feel that way as well?
Yeah. If he wasn't the coach week 8, I'd be like, I kind of saw that coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could see a scenario where he's not the coach in week 8.
Yeah. I agree. All right, real quick, some baseball. What are we, 5 weeks now? I've been trying to count it down. 5 weekends left, I think. 5 weekends left now, counting it down. Things that happened, it was a light schedule yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Thursday. It was a light schedule. But
Braves got destroyed.
Yeah, that was the 4 home run game, right?
Yeah, Schwarber hit 4.
Schwarber, gosh, he's got a pretty swing.
And then had a chance for 5 against a position player and popped out.
And that's never happened, right? 5?
Never happened.
5 has never happened. I thought I had today a couple of teams yesterday had some ugly losses, but let's. There are 2 series that start tonight that are the 2 really good series. Milwaukee is at Toronto.
Yes,
that's a nice one. Division leader. Detroit at Kansas City, not from the division, but from Kansas City, trying to hang on. Speaking of Toronto, their lead is down to 3.5. It's been 5-6, 6-5. Boston's crept to within 3.5, and I think the Yankees are 4.
They're both hot.
Yeah. So heads up, Toronto. Wild card American League right now. Boston Red Sox sit at the 1 spot. They've got a 2.5 game lead. Yankees are sitting at the number 2 wild card spot, and then Seattle is sitting there. They are 3 in front of Kansas City, and I think that's about it now. Kansas City's a very, very outside shot, but I think that's all your teams. Your wild cards are coming from there. Boy, baseball wants Seattle to get in, don't they?
Oh, definitely.
Baseball wants Seattle to get in. Your wild card National League, Cubs are comfortable. They're in the 1 spot of the wild card in the National League, 4 up, so they're pretty comfortable. San Diego 3 up, but San Diego still has designs on division. Mm-hmm. They're only 2 back, I guess. That's been a fun run.
Yes,
those 2. The Mets, God, they're a weird team.
They are.
They're a weird team. The Mets are sitting in the third spot, and don't look now, but Cincinnati now 4 behind the third spot, and their biggest problem is they ran into the Dodgers.
Yeah, I forgot that happened, but yeah, they're falling out of it. I feel like it's pretty clear at this point what we got. I mean, I'd be surprised if it's not what the current construction is.
Yeah.
In terms of the wild card.
Maybe
agree. Somebody takes the Blue Jays, right, on that side, but still it's going to be your same 3 teams. And then I would be surprised now at this point if the Mets blow it to bring the Reds in to the wild card. But I think we pretty much know what we're going to get, and that's what we got.
It's been a real boy. If you are a baseball fan in New York, those 2 teams have been Jekyll and Hyde, the Mets and the Yankees. They've had stretches where they look great. Then they've had multiple stretches where they look great, and they've had multiple stretches where they look terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you can't trust them.
Just absolutely
no doubt about it. You can't
terrible. How big is that? That Zach Wheeler injury is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is for sure. It won't play big in the regular season, but like in the playoffs, not having that guy, I mean, trying to win a World Series, I mean, that's your ace. I mean, that's the guy you bring back on 2 days rest for Game 7 if you get to that point. So, it's going to matter, and now the Phillies are going to kind of have to slug their way to a championship if they do it.
They are,
which they can.
Wheeler was 10-5. Obviously, he's out for the rest of the year. 2.71, I think we said. ERA, and I didn't realize this. Third place, most strikeouts.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it just blows you away.
He was leading the odds for a while this season to be the Cy Young, until the Skeens just didn't give up any runs. I know he never does, but remember for a while there was conversation that Skeen probably wasn't going to be able to win the Cy Young with the record.
Yeah.
And Wheeler was the guy who was, in the lead there, and, since obviously Skeens will be the guy.
And also about the home runs yesterday from Schwarber. He's now 1 behind Raleigh, I think, overall.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
he should get more love for the MVP.
He's just got 4. Man, he's got a pretty swing, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
And I'll tell you one thing that was really, obviously he hit 4 home runs. 3 of his the 3 that he yanked, he pulled right down the line. Mm-hmm. They were that traditional, the power left-handed batter likes that golf swing kind.
Yeah, the down.
Load up. At his 3 of them it was like the pitcher just placed it right there.
You're right.
Did you see how he hit the other one?
I didn't actually.
He went oppo left on left. Oh. That tells you you're a hitter.
It tells you you're strong as well.
Yeah, I mean this guy turned on 3 and just smashed from a right-hander.
He's good.
And then he went left on left, lanky left guy too, and he goes oppo. God,
impressive.
Can really hit, man.
Meanwhile, the Braves, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Give up 16.
Has there been any scuttlebutt on a big name getting that managerial job in Atlanta, or who's going to get it?
I haven't seen much on it.
He's done that, right? They're going to get. It's time to make a move.
I mean, they're terrible.
Yeah. I mean,
they don't even look like they're trying.
Yeah.
You can't look at what happened last night and say, "Oh, they're trying to win."
God. And then didn't baseball try to crack down on the position player taking the mound?
Yeah, but it's still the best thing that can happen.
Yeah. Do you know who that was? I can't remember.
Vidal Brujan was your guy pitching last night. Former Rays prospect, Vidal Brujan. I have no idea how he got to the Braves. But
nice.
Schwarber's got to be furious he couldn't hit a home run off that.
Oh, man. And what is it? 21 guys have gone 4 home runs, I think.
Which is a surprisingly high number, I feel like.
But he could have just moved his name right out of that other 20.
Yeah, Hamby was telling me earlier. I can't remember if it was on the air or not, but I guess he asked, and this came out in the post game.
Oh, no.
He asked before the at-bat, like, has anyone ever done it?
No. You just said, hey, Kurt, you got a no-hitter going, man.
Basically.
You can't do that.
Well, he's standing there on deck when they sees a position player pitching. He's like, hey, I think this might happen. Like, you know what I mean? So he's got to be mad.
And he swung from his heels, man, didn't he?
Oh, he was trying. I mean.
We'll get out of here on this. Got a couple minutes left. Two stories in Major League Baseball, and they're not flattering, but gosh, I just flipped over here. Number 1, bookie tied to ex-Ohtani interpreter gets 1 year. Everybody in the world except Ohtani, and he knew what was going on. These are fall guys.
Yep.
I wish they could, Ohtani has promised him $5 million.
Yeah, it'd be good to know.
He got 1 year. I'm going to do a year.
Yeah, for that, absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Your second highlight, ESPN Baseball, before we get out of here. And I get it. Other people could still be implicated or whatever, but why? I ask why. FBI reveals more Pete Rose gambling documents. Why?
Who cares?
He just died.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I mean, why?
And
how much money are you spending
to do this?
Why?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't know.
Poor Pete.
I'm
still going after my guy.
Yes.
In the grave, they're trying to get him.
Yes.
It's brutal.
Oh, my goodness. We only had a couple of nothing really great this date in sports history. I would not be the guy that had to deliver this message, but this date, sports history, 1925, Babe Ruth.
Okay.
Miller Huggins, I believe, was the manager at the time.
That's
Babe Ruth,
a great name.
Yeah, isn't that great? Miller Huggins. Babe Ruth gets suspended.
Ooh.
He shows up late, and I'm guessing maybe a little drunk to batting practice. Number one, who's going to deliver the news? Hey, Babe, and they fined him $5,000.
That's a lot
back then. Yes, I thought it was shocking, but Babe Ruth probably punch you if you deliver that news.
Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't be good.
You know how I would do it? I'd show up with 2 hot dogs.
Smooth it over for sure.
Say, babe, here's a couple of hot dogs. And one more. Wasn't a lot, but wow, what a feat. The great Willie Mays, this date, 1965. He wrapped up August. He had 17 home runs in August of 65. 17.
It's every other day.
Woo, that is something. All right, folks, that'll do it. We are out of here. It will be a busy football extended weekend. We've been waiting, and when we finally make it through Thursday, the National Football League kicks off. Hope you enjoyed it. I did. We'll get back together soon talking sports. I'm Terry Norvelle. Have a great rest of your afternoon, folks.